Hi, I'm John Hart and welcome back to Mr. America Hart. So today I had a really fun question that one of my subscribers posed to me over the last week, and I'm going to share it with you. The subscriber asked me if I had to choose a winner, if I had to lay money down, drop a bet, okay, on a fight between a bodybuilder, a big, huge bodybuilder, 240 plus, versus, lean muscle mass, right? Versus your typical bar brawler, bar goer, just some guy out for a night out with the boys, drinking it up, maybe somebody who's just occasionally gotten into it, but, knows his way around a fight, knows how to handle his fists. And here's the thing. The really interesting thing about this is that there are two answers. Number one is, I'll just get right to it. The bodybuilder is really great for being a bodybuilder. The bodybuilder is really great for lifting big weights. The bodybuilder is really great for looking big and intimidating. The bodybuilder is also dangerous if he connects in one or two shots. The bodybuilder generally, when in a heightened state, adrenaline pumping, oxygen demand goes way up, having to move that muscle mass around is going to run out of oxygen fairly quickly. And I've seen this myself. Not in myself, but I've seen it in bodybuilders. I've never been 240 plus pounds ripped, okay, or in super lean condition. So I've been that heavy, but a little bit fat. So my answer with regards to the bodybuilder is, I've seen myself two big, huge 240 plus bodybuilders at Gold's Gym in Venice get into it. I'll leave their names out of it for the protection of the innocent, but on the side of Gold's Gym, where there are no windows, on the side of the building, Gold's Gym in Venice, one morning, I was a trainer there for 10 years, just parked my truck in the back, was walking around up towards Hampton Drive, and kaboom, these two guys were boop, 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 jawing at each other. There's a little bit of a crowd gathered. You could tell they got into it in the gym. They took it outside, and they took it out the side of the building, and they knew they were going to go at it. And they didn't want to get booted from Gold's Gym, which has happened to a lot of people over the years. So they decide to go for it, and as they square off against each other, you can see, boom, one shot, boom, two shots, all right hands. If they're right-handed, they're going for the power shot. They're looking to just end it really quick, right? Both of them the same way. Both of them quickly. 1, 2 shots, 3 shots. You could hear the heavy breathing in both of them. One guy decides to bull rush the other one, grabs him around the waist, gets down low, shoves him against the car, boom, down they go. Bodybuilder number 1, we'll call him, the guy on top, immediately goes, and you fighters out there, you know what I'm talking about here. It's ground and pound time. And it looks like it's over with. He tries to get on top of the other guy. I want to say unsuccessfully, because he obviously had no skills on the ground. But he tried holding him down and tried boom, boom, and quickly those punches, those power punches that he had, went from boom with a solid amount of force, and he was just scathing him. He wasn't really hitting him. The guy was blocking him with his hands. He couldn't get enough oxygen. By the second, the third shot, bodybuilder number 1, Mr. Ground and Pound up on top, was and he's throwing this spaghetti arm down on the other guy. And he had no power to him. He had nothing. All within a matter of 30, 45 seconds. That's how quick that stuff went down. Bodybuilder number 2 found his way out of there and did have some sort of jiu-jitsu background. The moves he put on him, quickly. He pulled out, got out from under him, escaped, flipped him around, got him down, he got bodybuilder number 1 down on the ground, and boom, now we're in a real ground and pound. I'm talking, he mounted him right up on top, and all it took was boom, boom, 1, 2, maybe 3 shots, you could still hear bodybuilder number 2 breathing so hard. So that's the story of 2 bodybuilders going at it, where one who had just a little bit more skill did take out the other one. It didn't look good, like he wasn't going to, but he did. But in a real life situation where you have even bodybuilder number 2, that guy is big, he's got plenty of lean muscle, looks intimidating, he's strong, he looks great posing, looks great in his clothes. You know, he's a bodybuilder. He's trained to be a bodybuilder. Looks great to be a bodybuilder. The internet is full. YouTube right here is full of videos of big bodybuilders getting in fights with, just search it, getting in fights with skinny guy. By the end of round 2, big bodybuilder no longer has an advantage. If he hasn't knocked out Mr. Skinny Guy, if Mr. Skinny Guy can evade Mr. Bodybuilder for 2 rounds, I'm putting my money on Mr. Skinny Guy, and that leads me to the answer to the question, who do I take in that bar brawl between Mr. Huge Bodybuilder, Mr. Intimidating, angry-looking bodybuilder, and Mr. Bar Brawler, just out on the town, partying up with his boys? Wow. I'm taking, if Mr. Bodybuilder cannot get him out in 1-2 shots, if he doesn't knock his butt out in 1 or 2 shots, I'm going with Mr. Bar Brawler, because he knows. They all know. You know, take those legs out from the bodybuilder, get him down to the ground. He won't have any oxygen in him anyway. And a little ground and pound from the street fighter, the bar brawler, a little ground and pound, and it's lights out for Mr. Bodybuilder. So I'm putting my money on the bar brawler. I don't want to be Benedict Arnold to all my bodybuilding brethren out there, but I've just seen it, you know, and more than just then. You look at the videos yourself, and you'll see. If the fight lasts more than a few seconds, it's not going to be pretty for the bodybuilder. So my advice to the bodybuilder would be, just mercifully on yourself, mercifully, humbly, just back out, respectfully, back out of any unnecessary argument. Of course, if it's necessary, you do what you got to do. But unnecessary arguments, they just don't end up well for the bodybuilder, you know, and especially if you're being singled out. You're a big bodybuilder, you find yourself in a restaurant bar or in a bar situation, and you have Mr. Apparent Skinny Guy, or maybe Mr. Skinny Fat Guy, you know, coming on to you, challenging you. He knows what he's doing. He's not challenging you just because, you know, and just because he's drunk. Chances are he knows what he's doing, and chances are he's looking to make you an example. So, with all due respect, my advice, with all due respect, is to hands up, back off. You know, that's it. So, hope that answers the question. It was a fun one when I really thought about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Listen, before you go, off to your bottom left, you're going to see a thumbs up button. If you're liking the videos that I do, please give it a thumbs up. That helps the channel out a lot. Off to my left, or your right, you're going to see a circle floating around my head right about now. That circle is a subscription button. If you tap on that, YouTube will give you notifications when my new videos pop up, all about faith, fitness, bodybuilding, diet, exercise, occasional fun videos about who would win in a street fight. And that's it for today. From my heart to you, John Hart. Look forward to seeing you again.